I'm Corina and welcome to today's episode of Money Monday. Today I'm going to share with you a school of thought that Dave Ramsey shares often and how it applies to my life and how I think it can apply to yours. Alright guys, so this is an idea that I've been thinking about a lot recently. Obviously it's an idea that I've heard Dave Ramsey talk about a lot, but it has recently just been kind of like playing over and over in my mind, probably the past week and a half or so, and that is regarding Gazelle intents towards paying off your debt. So getting Gazelle intents towards paying off your debt. And it was really funny because I saw a few ladies doing a collab about their favorite Dave Ramsey-ism, and I would have to say that this is my favorite Dave Ramsey-ism, not only because it is such a clear picture, but it's because it's such a visual for me. I am totally a visual learner, and when I get a visual of something, not just hearing it, not just being like an auditory learner, but when I see a visual in my mind about something, then I am able to really grab onto that idea, and it just has a much bigger place in my mind, taking up space in my mind, and then it also gets into my heart a little bit. So yeah, so I want to share that with you. So regarding Gazelle intensity, and I wanted to share it with you guys today because I was reading in Proverbs, and this may not surprise you if you guys know what my husband does for a living. He is a youth pastor, and so the fact that this is my favorite Dave Ramsey quote or Dave Ramsey idea probably is not very surprising, but it is kind of surprising for me nonetheless, but it just kind of caught my heart. So I was reading in Proverbs, and this idea is found in Proverbs 6. I'm going to read you guys just a couple of verses here. I'm going to start at 4, and he's talking about paying off debt. So if you owe something to a friend, it's talking about paying it off and going to that friend and apologizing basically and saying, how can I pay this off? I need to get rid of this right now. Chapter 6, verse 4, it says, "Don't put it off. Do it now. Don't rest until you do. Save yourself like a gazelle escaping from a hunter, like a bird fleeing from a nest." So save yourself like a gazelle escaping from a hunter. Now, knowing Dave Ramsey and having read The Total Money Makeover and listening to his podcast, obviously Gazelle intensity is so important. And that's how you have to attack your debt. But I think it's so important to realize too that this is a biblical principle, that it's not just something that Dave Ramsey came up with, and he doesn't say that he just came up with it. He states that it's a biblical principle, but this is where you can find it. So if you're looking for it, if you want to know where did that come from, what's up with that, this is where it is. It's in the Bible. And the reason that this affects me so much is because it is such a visual example of how we should face our debt and how we should run the other way, right? Run towards debt freedom, away from consuming more debt and just consuming, but really run towards being free of this debt. And if you think about yourself as a gazelle, right? If a gazelle is being hunted by a lion, it's not looking around to see what the other gazelles are doing. It's not looking to see if the lion's getting distracted. It is just running for its life, and that's how you have to attack your debt. That's how you have to attack your financial journey if you desire financial peace. So, I hope this has been helpful. It's going to be short and sweet today, but I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's had such a big impact, and just reading it in the Word and knowing Dave Ramsey's principles and how it applies to my life is having a huge effect on my husband and I and how we attack our debt, and just getting that gazelle intensity and focusing on nothing around us but just running towards the prize and running our own race. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you've enjoyed this video and to see more videos like it. I will see you next time. Have an amazing Monday.